Hi everyone, can you hear me well? Yeah, okay. My name is Heather Chidi, and I'm really excited to be here in front of you all today. I want to start off with a question. What world do you belong to? Because that's a question I get all the time. And my answer is always the Heather world. Today I want to tell you about how I got to the Heather world. And I sincerely hope that what I'm about to say today will help you understand better why you should build bridges between the worlds of your own lives. I was born very deaf, which means I could not hear anything but a topic bomb, which would be useful. I'm thankful for that. Otherwise, I get a peaceful night of sleep every night without fail. This is awesome. My family is deaf. My parents are deaf. They're also culturally deaf, which means they communicate using sign language. They work in deaf schools. They have deaf friends. They are just totally immersed in that world. I have two younger deaf brothers who are the same way. But I also have hearing grandparents, hearing uncles, deaf aunts, deaf cousins, so my family is just a giant mix of hearing and deafness. For some love, it's my favorite part of my family. When I was 5 years old, I was standing on a bridge, and to my left were my deaf parents and the deaf world, and to my right were my hearing grandparents and the hearing world. I was just 5 years old at the time, and I desperately wanted to be equally in both worlds. And that's how the controversy started. The documentary came about because I decided that I wanted a cochlear implant, which is a device that helps me hear. And my deaf parents and the deaf world were very critical because they felt like I was saying that the deaf world was not good enough for me, that I was rejecting my parents' whole life, which was not the case. But then we got criticism from the hearing world as well, because they're focusing my parents say, why would you give your child the opportunity to hear? Complicated question, right? And that's how it started. At the end of the movie, after all the fighting, my parents ultimately decided that it was the best choice at the time for me not to get the cochlear implant. So I was once before in the middle of the bridge, but now I was totally immersed in the left side, the deaf world. We moved to Maryland, which is a huge deaf community compared to where I was living before in New York. You went to the blockbusters, restaurants, the grocery store. It was easy because they were very aware of the deaf world. They knew how to interact. I remember being back home in New York where my parents were sitting in a restaurant. It was such a struggle just to order drinks. There were a lot of words, hush, pretty, oh, no, I didn't order this. Being married, the servers knew what to do, and my brothers and I went to deaf schools. My parents were visibly happy. But then we lived there for about 3.5 years, and my mom got really sick. So we had to move back to New York. And I was put in front of the hearing world again. Kids on my block, they all spoke, they all didn't sign. And I remember looking at them, and I wanted to communicate with them, I wanted to play with them. I was 9 years old at the time. And for a while, I did not want the cochlear implant. I desperately wanted to move back to Maryland, move back to that comfort world that I know my whole life. But after a while, especially after my dad got passed over for promotion at work because of deaf, I could not communicate. I realized I did not want that for myself. I should do it. And I really want to be able to communicate with just anybody. So I decided, at 10 years old, I was going to get the cochlear implant. And my parents said, okay. My doctor told me that the results I would get would be very minimal because I was 10 years old and I was past the language learning stage, that I probably would not learn how to speak or hear very well. But I wanted to try. Who knows, right? Maybe it would work. And I think that it did. I got a better hearing and better speaking. Right from the beginning, I went to hearing school, and I had no speech skills, no listening skills. People could not understand me. They would just sit there and nod. I have no idea what you're saying. But that's okay. And throughout that time, I was still going to speech therapy. Then I got to high school, and I realized that my speech and hearing was getting better. People were starting to understand me, and I was starting to understand them. And I also played sports, which was my way in, because people saw past the hearing or the lack thereof. They saw me and they thought I was good at sports, so they wanted to be my friend. That was my first opportunity that I saw to bridge gaps. What I would do is I would go to school. Then I would go to my clubs and activities. Then I would go to my practice, my soccer practice. I would come home at 9 o'clock at night, go straight to speech therapy. And then after that, I would do my homework. I did that every day, right up until I graduated. It was a lot of work, a lot of dedication, but I was willing to put in the work. And I saw the results. I did not do all this myself. I had a lot of help. I had speech therapists who put up with me every night. I had interpreters in the classroom who helped me when I couldn't understand. I had a wonderful family who supported me through all this. When I was 16, my parents and my brothers moved to Rochester, New York, which has a large deaf community just like mine. I stayed behind, and I lived with my grandparents because that was the best decision for me at the time, because I wanted to keep on doing what I had been doing all along, going speech and just building the bridges with people. And this is more pictures of my family. Here are my uncle, my aunt, my wonderful grandparents, and my other uncle and cousins. I fast forward to today. I am a junior at Georgetown University. I major in government, minor in justice peace studies. I'm at my dream school. I have dreams of going to law school, and hopefully, like everyone else in Georgetown, becoming a Supreme Court justice. Who knows? Maybe. After high school, I realized one thing. I didn't have to be in the hearing world. I didn't have to be in the deaf world. I could just stay in the middle and be my own world, the other world, which is a mixture of all kinds of experiences I've had, being deaf, living in the hearing world, having cochlear implants. I have two now, by the way, I forgot to mention. Which brings me to my idea. I really strongly believe that we all should grab the opportunity to bridge the worlds within our lives. Whether experiences are small or big, you can do it. I've learned through my experiences that when people seem mean or they seem standoffish, it's not because they don't like you. Most of the time it's because they're scared and they don't understand. All they see is the depth and they don't see the header. So it's my job and it's your job to reach out, try to build a bridge over that. So what I'll do, I'll introduce myself and say, hey, I'm Heather. I'm deaf, I know. But I have cochlear implants and we communicate just fine. If you don't understand me, I'm happy to repeat myself. And trust me, my roommates do it all the time. And you see the difference, people start realizing, oh, she's normal, I could just have a conversation with her like everyone else. They become more comfortable, which is the key. People are uncomfortable when they see new things. And I think it's our job as human beings to reach out. And this idea can be applied to a variety of different things: race, gender, disability, politics, access to education. Reach out, and you'll be surprised. I really believe that all of us have experiences, regardless of how big or small, it will make an impact. Just by me reaching out to one other person about my deafness, that person will probably become more comfortable around other deaf people. And those people will probably become more comfortable around other things because they've tried new things. And I really feel like once you bridge and you open yourself up, you help them understand why you're worth being a bridge over. You are, we all are, but when you open yourself up, they understand and they will try most of the time. I met my best friend in high school, and in middle school, I was very shy. I didn't reach out to anybody. I was just staying in the corner and saying nothing. But when I got my confidence in my speech, I started reaching out to people. And just by me reaching out to this one person, she's now studying sign language. She's fluent, almost fluent, studying speech pathology, and she hopes to serve the deaf community after just meeting me. So you can do that too, just by you reaching out about your experiences. You could make a change in someone else's life. But sometimes people don't understand. I remember talking to this one person, and he would say to me, "So where are you from?" I said, "Oh, I'm from New York." And I, no, really, where are you from? I'm like, "New York." They're like, no. I hear the accent. Where are you from? And I'm like, "Oh, I'm deaf." And they're like, "No way, you're speaking right now. Where are you from?" I said, okay. You're right, I'm from Africa. That's where I'm from. That's where I get my accent. So sometimes it takes more effort than you think. But that's okay. That's okay. But other than that, you will also get a negative reaction. Building a bridge is not one-sided. You need the other person to be willing to come to you. And I've come across many situations where people say to me, "Heather, why even bother going to law school? How are you even going to communicate in the cool room?" Or I've had people laugh at me and disregard my opinion because they think I'm dumb and dumb. Or people look at me and all they see is the cost of the interpreter. But here's what I say to those people. It's okay. It's part of human nature. People will have their beliefs. But what's important is the bridges that you do make with people will make up for those. Those bridges that you make will move society forward. And as you build the bridges, those numbers will grow. And the numbers of those who didn't believe you will grow smaller. And I'm telling you, when I get my diploma from law school, I kept a list of all the people I've emailed them. My diplomas. And they will be signed. They will be signed. This is the example of a bridge I made in college. My roommates are the best people I've ever met, and I've never met them if I didn't have the courage to reach out. That was just my little shout out to the most awesome people I know. Shout out. So my conclusion is, I'm standing in the middle of the bridge. I'm understanding, really, that I don't have to choose what world I'm in. I can be the head of the world. And so you can have your own world. Who cares what anybody says? I think that we all should reach out, build bridges, be your ripple effects in the world. And I think you will be very surprised at what you will find at the other end of the bridge. So reach out, allow other people in, try to understand different experiences, allow others to understand yours. No matter what your experiences are, positive or negative, you will make an impact. Thank you.